Hi friends, today in this video, let us discuss about building planning and building bylaws. At first, if we see what is building planning, it refers to the process of imagining the building that is going to be constructed and representing in form of diagrammatic representation. So with that, the layout of the building is understood by builder as well as other people. Nowadays, this aspect has gained so much of importance, and a special branch of civil engineering is also derived from general civil engineering as architecture and planning. If we see the main objectives of this building planning, first we will explain the criteria for site selection for a building, whether it is a residential home or any other industrial other purposes buildings. Then next we will follow the laws regarding to these building plans, whether it may be a municipal law or it may be a state or central laws regarding buildings. And then we will know the basic principles of building planning. And at last we will discuss the basic requirements for residential buildings. So if we see the first one, which is site selection. To select the site, we must follow certain points in our mind like important considerations while selecting the site. In that, the first and foremost one, the site should be located in a fully developed or fast developing region or a community. So whenever it is a fast developing community or fully developed community, then we will get all the facilities required for our habitant. And the second one is community facilities. So whenever we select a site for our residential building or any other purpose building, then it should accommodate all community facilities. These community facilities may include first public like police, fire protection, street cleaning, waste disposal, public facilities, and then sanitary and home facilities like water supply, electricity and drainage, and as well as our children development and lively habitat like schools, markets, banks and hospitals. Everything should be present nearby. And last but not least, public transport or transport facilities like bus stand, railway station, airport. So if these all community facilities are satisfied, then our site selection is good for the construction or good for our purposes. Then next one is elevated for drain or runoff. So whenever there is an water lagging problem, like when a flood came or when heavy rains are there, then the site should be elevated for easy drain and runoff should be good. Otherwise waterlogging problem will be there, then we will suffer afterwards. So it should be elevated. Then next it is healthy environment. So whenever we are going to select a site, that site should be free from other pollutants or pollution free environment, and it is good for health. So if we select a site, if it is nearby industries, then it is not preferable because it is not healthy environment. So if we select a site in a community which is peaceful and there is no pollution, then it is good for health and it is in healthy environment. And the next one is away from quarries and factories. So quarries, whenever there is an quarry located nearby the site, so we should not prefer that one. As well as factories. So factories, they may release pollutants or poisonous gases or any problematic issues will be there nearby factories. So avoid such kind of site selection. And next one is provision for future expansion. So when we are planning for expansion in the near future, so we should select a site which is feasible for extension in future. And the last one is legal and financial aspects. So whenever we are selecting a building or site, we should select the site it is free from legal issues and it is good for financial aspects. Then the second one is building bylaws. So what are the laws we have to follow for the building planning? According to Indian standards, we are having IS code 1256 1967 is the code which is providing building bylaws for the building planning and construction. So from this code, main building bylaws objective is like to ensure orderly growth and prevent haphazard development or unused or unplanned development. Then next is to afford safety against fire, noise, health hazard and structural failures. Means both pollution and as well as structural failure, everything need to be considered in mind, and we should follow the building bylaws. And the last one is like to give guidelines for owners, engineers and the builders or architects regarding the building construction. So before discussing about these building bylaws, let us learn some terminology regarding this building bylaws regarding to buildings. Here the first one is building height. It is the vertical distance from center line of the street to top of the building. So it is mentioned as building height. And the next one is building line. So it is the horizontal distance between permanent portion of the building to the center line of the street. And then the third one is setback. So these are the parallel lines or boundaries to the site which are fixed in front, sides and rear to the boundary of the site. Usually permanent parts of the buildings are not allowed to construct beyond the setbacks. And the next one is built up area. This is the area which is covered by the building above plinth level. It is also called as covered area or built up area. Then next, floor area ratio. So it is the ratio obtained by dividing the total area covered by the floors with the area of the plot. FAR is represented by sigma, that is summation of the covered area of floors by area of the plot. Then next, floor area. It is equal to the plinth area, but we will remove the area which is covered by walls and columns. So the only floor area which is available inside the building, which means including hall, kitchen, bedroom and any other places like stairs, storeroom, etc. All the floor area added together will give as floor area. Above plinth area, removing the walls and columns. The next and last one is sanctioned plan. So whenever we are going to construct a building, then we must get a plan from the design engineer or an architect, licensed engineers. That licensed engineers will give the plan for approval for the government or local authority. The local authority will approve the plan and give it back for us to construct the building. So the plan which is approved by the local authority is called sanctioned plan. So these are the basic terminologies which are involved in the building bylaws. Now let us see what are the building bylaws, important building bylaws we should follow in regarding with the construction of building. If we see these building bylaws, we categorize it into two types. So first one is important building bylaws, which will include distance from power supply mains and exterior open spaces and as well as the heights of building. And the second building bylaws are building bylaws for requirements of buildings. So it includes plinth area, habitable rooms, kitchens, bathroom and water closet conditions, storeroom conditions, staircases, parapets and compound walls. So there are some regulations and laws for all these aspects. Let us discuss about these important bylaws and bylaws for requirements of buildings in the next video. So see you in the next video. Thank you.